know you get excited. You're like, yeah, I want that one, man. It's garbage, bro. Hold on. I ate that crap at 5 o'clock. My stomach is busted, bro. Seriously. What the frig, man? I got my stomach all heavy, man. It's weird. Oh, they get already. I'm gonna go over, bro. Yep. My apologies, man. I got you, man. I got you. Well, I'm going to wash it off. Okay, hold on. Oh, we're good. We're good. It's flaky. We got to vacuum that, bro. Wow. You getting excited, ain't you? Hold on, Papa. Hold on. I'm giving it all to you because I know you just come around looking at me like, where's the rest of it? You know, she got so big, man. You powerlifting or something? You powerlifting? Are you powerlifting? I feel like I can't leave before I come. Right there, bro. Yes, boy. Get it, Bubba. Come on, come on. Get it. That's it, Bubba. Get it. There you go. You thought I was going to leave it up here? I'm not leaving it up here. You need it on the sofa, bro. You already sleeping up under everything. Look, you got everything all crazy looking. I'm about to wash this because you all up getting it all tagged up. That's my sneakers, man. My Tronus wears. Favorite damn, this is my favorite sneakers too. Shit. These off right now. I've been eating all these damn mushrooms about 40 miles. Got me gassed up. Got me gassed up. Damn. Baby girl got me on them mushrooms. I love some mushrooms. I don't know how to eat one or two. It's like olives. I can't eat one olive. Shit. I ate the whole thing. Where's the goddamn red? side-eyed. Looking at me all side-eyed and shit. Yeah, what's going on, guys? Just letting anybody else want to come in, come in. I know I've got plenty others I can play, but I really, really like this. Afro pop, this. It's soothing. Yep, I had this. Don't even ask. Somebody came over, see if I had the mail. I did. I had like 3 things. I get them. So anyway, they said, yeah, so and so said, what's your phone number? I said, are you talking about? I was like, they got the number. So the brother passed away and blah blah blah. So yeah, because she wants you to train the kids. I was like, the kids in high school, right there, right down the road. They know where I live at. And I talked a little about this before. Let me turn off these notifications, all right? Because this is getting on my nerves. We're back. So anyway, so I was like, yeah, Daisy, yeah. Her husband, still with her husband, right? Everything good? Yeah. He had just got back. I guess he'd been gone for like about a year welding. Like, like I said, we could be 3 months at one place, 5 months. We could be 2 years at another place. It's a lot of money. Up to $42 an hour. You just can't beat it. And that's not including the fact you get overtime and time and a half. So she gave me the number because I didn't have their number. What I need their numbers for? They, one for me when I was in the res or when I first came out here. So I called and she's like, yeah, hey, do you make those sandwiches? And I was like, I thought you was about the kids, Yeah, well, I need Julian and there's other parents whose kids you train. They want to come back and learn again. I guess they gotten older and there's things going on. And surprisingly, the kids kept practicing. So 6 of the kids, 2 girls, 4 boys, showed up, young teenagers, 13, 14, and 15. One of my favorites, y'all might have seen them in the pictures where I'm doing the sticky. I'm showing him the flow of sticky hands, how to actually read and fill, like what I learned when I was studying Wing Chun. Anyway, he has actually had to been disciplined, even though he's protected himself and his sibling. He really has jacked some people up. So they want me to cultivate. So he'll be coming over 3 days a week. They want to pay me $75 a week. No, I was very adamant. Good money. I said, why don't you take that money and remove all them broken, raggedy trucks and cars you got all around your home on a reservation. Said, no, we're going to be moving out here. I was like, cool. Anyway, so they came. They all showed up. It's like a caravan from Kibito. They say Kibito. I say Kibito. I actually pronounce it like the old heads. And yeah, so that was about 4 hours of training yesterday, y'all. I actually was going to set up the tripod to show y'all like the strength training, and my dumb ass was getting and doing some of it, which I'm more metaphysical. I want to send. It's not really physical metal like what you think. I had him horse dancing as our beloved brother was pointing out. Ganja Rondo was telling me about, I will have you stand in a horse dance up to a half an hour, and most people can't even make it past a minute. I still can do it. So I was surprised they worked on their flexibility. All these years they have been, everything that you don't know what that does, right? And so I wanted to see what they were still practical in. And they have learned some other things. So I says, you can learn even online as long as you know what it is you want to learn. So one little young man, one of my other favorites, he wanted to learn 7-star, the Shaolin form of exercise, you know what I'm saying, that I used to do for the strength. You know what I'm saying? And he actually learned the first 3 forms. I was impressed, y'all. So I'm glad I didn't record it for posterity. I don't need to. It's all here. It's here. And y'all, I don't know. I can never, because you have your own things that you will love and enjoy, whatever you put out there. So that's what I was dealing with. So no apologies for not coming back and reading. It was just magnificent. What I wanted to address is I'm doing my best to keep the honey and maple syrup out of it because it's for the gut. Honey and maple syrup. Honey can be good for your gut, but it depends on what kind it is. So I want this to be as bitter as possible, mushroomy, but I've still put cinnamon in it. Oh, and fermented vitamin B. I haven't taken these, but I have these. For those of you who know, a lot of us veterans, when it first came out, I've got like 4 bottles of it. I haven't taken it yet. And I was thinking about maybe I should, while weight and everything. Well, I'm not worried about it. So anyway, what I wanted to speak about, I wanted to address a few things. Just give you a little more tea today. We're going to read something. We're going to read a little bit of, and then, but I want y'all to really pay attention to this, okay? I see we have a couple, I guess people at work or whatever, but they come back and watch later. Some people are egotistical. It's me sharing good things because I need y'all to realize that love is important. And I know most people have love for something or some things. We have to turn it in. So seeing what they accomplished, just give you a little more. It's not about me. It's about the fact that they held and that I influenced them. And that's the beauty of it. And when I saw them, they hugged me so hard. I was like, can I breathe? You don't know what that means. Like, I know parents, we know kids, it's hard on the parents who don't get that love, especially in split relations where one party's ugly and the other one's to blame. Not to be name calling or anything like that, but it's beyond. It is like the most purest form of a thank you. But when you could take that and you could turn that in and tell yourself thank you, you appreciate yourself for being able to do such a thing, it is beyond phenomenal. It is beyond beauty. It is beyond any construct. It is love. It is exemplary to being the benefactor and the giver. You get what I'm saying? Or the giver and the benefactor.
Wells Fargo.
Don't worry, Wells Fargo. I got you, devils. All right? It really is. But let me go ahead and get more serious now. In Sweden, Denmark, a lot of places, Russia, unbeknownst to you, because y'all, and I'm gonna hold the liberal states, I'm gonna hold you accountable. And some of you conservative ones too. Doesn't mean that you're a liberal conservative, but living there. The media is gonna keep jousting and delivering and giving you the crap. But it's not preparing you for anything. In 1960s, based upon Kennedy, 62, he went on a thing to say, look, you need to build some shelters. It was the same thing in World War II. You need to build some shelters. You need to go underground. You need to reinforce concrete. Most of those bunkers built back then in 62, whatever, that was over $1 million worth of concrete by today's profit that was poured. It doesn't take that much, but I'm just saying, especially if you know how to make your own. They're not doing that now. Everything is about saving the politicians. Seafarer flights, underground, Antarctica. Yet, our people talk as if they have a clue. Why am I saying this? Well, any of y'all know about, excuse me, let me pull it up, the HOA? You know, getting, like for those of you who have homes, I have one in Florida, but it's not mine no more. This is my home. Everywhere is my home. All right. I've already, admitted that. And meaningfully. Um, if you want to dig on your property, that's why I tell you, you think you own something. You actually, it's the reason why you don't own nothing. Why they own it? Because you can't own nothing. That's their market. But that's a whole nother biography. And I think yesterday people got bothered because of me talking about laws, which most people never studied law. They don't know the first thing about what they're talking about. And that way you stay in the cycle of it. As a nation, those laws don't apply to us. But because you don't know how to come as a nation, you still hold on many of their extremities, you know, Christian marriage, Islamism, and this, that, and the other, because you can't remove yourself from that stuff. You're going to hold on to a lot of stuff that they created, being a citizen, as if that's something decent. Well, the HOA was a part of the bunker building thing. Permits, you know, go and dig under your ground, even if it's, I think it's for the freezer mark is 14 inches, right? When I used to work on homes, putting in patios and stuff, you have to dig down 14 inches to put your poles and everything before you pour your concrete. Excuse me, or burn the wood, however you want to teak it or whatever. When we talk about in California, Nevada, Utah, there's like 5 or 6 different places that have these bunkers, hills and everything else, between 1945 and 1973. Now, they're not warning nobody to go build bunkers or anything. They really want to get rid of you. And this was a unified thing. Now, I'm not saying that's going to be the best thing, because we have bombs that when I was in the military called bunker busters, they can go through, you know how much steel and concrete? And then once it pierces through all that and earth, once it gets in there, it destroys everything inside. Everything. That's why I find it very important that if you're going to sit there in the little mishmash world of deception and deceit, and a lot of you have a lot of hate in you. You have surface emotions and feelings derived upon physical, you know, necessity. It's not really deeper internal, because you've learned to hate things and lose self-appreciation. So that's, what is that? That's not divinity. That's the deviation, right? It's not divinity. It's a deviation. It's cut from, not another cloth, but cut from, if you get where I'm coming from. They don't care. Who remembers a year and a half, 2 years ago, it was very loud. BBC and RT, Russian television news, whatever, RTN, he was telling them, get your bunkers, get up. They already have many underground places because of World War II. There's plenty of them around there, but they want you dead. I've been noticing the people at these little white Ashkenazi Jews, whatever you want to call them, been bringing in here designers and setting them up. They don't have cars, some of them. They just got bicycles. Hindus and this, that, and the other Africans, they're starting to work in medicine, but they're not at the hospital. How do you do that? People are starting to talk. They're not here to take care of you. You get into combat with foreign troops, who you think they're here to take care of? There's an animal, a very beautiful cat. I want to know if y'all know about this. That's extinct in Texas because of dumb niggas. But still in New Mexico, and Arizona. Do y'all know what cat that is? The Jaguaridini. I would love to have a backyard with them running all over the places. Majestic. Why are they extinct? The same reason most of you will become extinct. Besides the fact that you need to lean on something instead of leaning on one another, the system couldn't protect them because the system don't care. Just like they didn't care when they first came here with the bison. So they can instill the cattle, in lieu of the fact that we weren't supposed to be eating meat in the first place because we didn't even eat the bison. That's why there were so many. To create a picture after war, to paint an illusion, and to say, but look what we got here. I remember my great grandmother used to always talk about it. Because she wouldn't eat beef. She was like, hey man, you know all this damn beef. That shit ain't good. She used to say it all the time. Go out there and get some fish. She was telling me, she didn't want to tell me how to put my hand in the mud hole in the Carolinas and grab catfish. Catfish will suck on that damn thing. You just pull them out, grab it and pull it out. Y'all know about that? Yeah, while I was a little young jet, well, in my teens, down there, old town West Selling, go down to the river, back behind the big house, little mud holes, you can see them in the creek. You know, catfish, you know, no bass, because bass will swim up, right? So you go, put your hand like that and put it in that hole. There's a snake in there, a snake in there. We weren't afraid of snakes. We didn't want to get bit. I said, no, baby. And them big ass armored G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip mosquitoes flying all over the goddamn place. I'm talking about mosquitoes that when you stare at the water, they come up. But what I tell you before, no. You know what I'm saying? One them mosquitoes, man, that kick your ass, but fit all up in your mouth, swap all over your head. Them mosquitoes down there and the wings be, you know how you feel them on your ear? They be like just sitting behind you going, I know you hear me. And their wings hitting your ear. I'm talking about super skeeters. All right? But still, make your hand, baby, put it in the hole. You know, that's nanas. Goddamn, a whisker, thing with whisker come up, got a catfish on my wrist, you pull the cat, break my little wrist. But you see what I'm saying? We ate a lot of fish. Whole cake, hot water, cornbread. We was able to pick apples, nigger toes falling on the ground, you know, pecan, you know, all the nuts, wild raspberries, blueberries. I don't remember seeing red or green grapes ever in my youth coming up. I always saw Concord grapes everywhere. Vines, you know, that's hanging. I never saw no green and red, none. Even the oranges didn't look like these things. They were looking like beat up lemons. And when you open them kind of red, remember those kind of pink, like something like oranges now. And you can smell them walking down the street, the apples and oranges, just cross-pollen, biting. The children today now, they don't get that. It's like saying everything with origin is extinct. I got to germinate these seeds and stuff. I get a whole bunch of heirloom seeds. Oh, I got tons. I was just going through the ones that here I'm going to start germinating. I got about several. I'm not going to pull them all out. I got a whole bunch here. Just a whole bunch of okras, red okra, purple okra, eggplant, which is really small. The white ones, white and yellow strawberries. Got to get some PVC pipes. Right now, you know, I'm gonna hold off doing it here because I'm really, like I said, I'm really at the cusp of open house, heading down to my boy's place and setting up. Even if it's out there and I'm in a hot tent, I could be in a hot tent the rest of my life. I can live in a small. I'm telling you, I've had it all, and I don't like none of it. Some people say you didn't enjoy it. Well, in ignorance, yes. But knowing the truth, no. I'd rather us all have been together, teaching the young ones how to build wigwams for ceremonies, sweat houses, purifying our water together, doing things without them knowing. So, no. Many beautiful things happen, but with the knowledge I have, no. I cannot have that to memory because it's like living a lie and then saying I embrace it and it was the most gracious and wonderful thing. Yo, South Carolina mosquitoes wear Timberland. Yo, and they wear North Face, cuz they come out like, we know the season, we supposed to be hibernating, nigga. Getting that speed bag, you know what I'm saying, in the morning. Then they go and get that 400 pounder, boom, boom, hit that mug, and then when you walk out that door, you know that screen, the mug be like that. That's that nigga right there. No. Fuck the short motherfucker. See that big motherfucker? That's the one that was swatting that cousin Junebug. What's going on, beloved? Marcus Well. Rondo. Estonia's got some big ones. Estonia, Herbo. What's up, beloved? Y'all just popped up. Snoo. What's Mikey Hill? I'm going backwards, guys. What's up, baby girl? Hey, Umbra French. What's happening? I'm gonna shout you out because I'm gonna talk for a little bit. I want to read. Hope, hey, what's going on, baby? How you doing? Marcus Williams, I got you. Hey, what's going on, 7 grams? What's cracking? What's cracking? Deion Thomas, great elevations, beloved.
You know, I'm in here with this internet, which is good, but y'all don't pop up for a little while. So, but let me get back to the storytelling. You know me. Y'all know me. I know I'm a nutcase. So, anyhow, yeah, a lot of things that at the time, um, yeah, I would be lying if I said I didn't have enjoyment, regardless of what was going on. But to be honest, it'll never be right. Like I said, it'll be right when we're all together, and people have shed themselves from that skin of perpetual stupidity and ugly. Because most people believe like, no, I earned it, no, and that's that ego and that selfishness of accepting and rival themselves in pure foolishness. We don't want none of that around us. We can't undo the damage done by men, women, or mothers, fathers, whoever, cousins, brothers. We can't undo it. But we don't have to accept it any longer. We don't have to accept it in a way that is demeaning where we have to always lash out at it. No, we are highly intellectual and intelligent. Love is the only way to ascend. And holding on to any of that baggage, it ain't going to happen. Because you're not freeing yourself up for the experience. You know? You're not freeing yourself up, all right? Oh, yeah. These mosquitoes, man, they can get on the track and they can run up against Bolt, all of them. Hussein Bolt, all of them, and they beat them. I'm not talking about flying. These them mosquitoes I grew up with, like I come out with the catfish, and Mama, she was always over me. You know, I'm a little tiny thing. She didn't want to see me get pooped up in the river because you know them rivers back in the day in the Carolinas, but things was kind of strong. And I ain't talking about no little tiny little. Y'all must be thinking about some like little fish aquarium type shit. I'm talking about something that go down about 10 feet, nigga. When I say a rip stream behind the house, I'm talking about where they used to wash clothes and get water to drink that purify, dig a hole 40 feet down and get their well water. They didn't have plumbing. They didn't want it. Until they realized that these people have been poisoning the water. That's kind of what I grew up on. And them skeeters, man, get them catfish, them skeeters seem like they pulling on the catfish, put it back in the water. Mm-hmm. You get that catfish. Any of y'all know about that? Boy, that catfish get on your hand, boy. Even Louisiana, I used to go out there. I was in the military. We're like, oh yeah, I know about some. What? I don't want no mud skips. I go up in there and put my hand in the hole. I'm talking about catfish. Listen, y'all, now. I'm talking about some big catfish. No, I ain't seen. And we used to make catfish nuggets. I was like my champ. Grandma come down there, hang out with me while I was in the Navy, you know, see the babies and stuff, brand new babies. Hey, James, hey, Jael. I'm sitting there cutting up catfish and making nuggets. Flour and seasoning and garlic and, you know, and making my legendary great grandma sauce, you know what I'm saying? Saucier. You know. Anyway, we didn't eat beef. We had mama though, had salted beef. She knew about troubling times. You gotta remember, she's living through all these damn New Age wars, Korean, World War II. You know what I'm saying? Vietnam, salted beef, pork. I mean, salt. Not saying them both together. Salted pork, salted beef. Always had salted fish, in big barrels, and homemade. A lot of marmalades, all kind of marmalades. You know, in the mason jars with the wax top for the long storage. Okra, pickled eggs, robin and dove eggs. All those kind of eggs. We wasn't really eating chicken eggs. See, this is the difference, man. And always had a garden. And we tarp it and wood it off with fence and plastic during the wintertime. Certain vegetables you grow in the winter outside all year round. And I'd rather be with a bunch of people sharing that and they're smiling and laughing. You know, Robert Crusoe on our own land instead of an island. But people can't let go of the physical. We get this diorama in our head when we're beautification of things that have really no beauty in it. How can it be beauty when we're all divided and separated? And the equilibrium, the balance, there's only a few of us that see it. I don't think in my time I'll get to see it. But you know, those are sacrifices that have to be made, and at least you know, to to inform people the importance, and only a handful will get it. And that's a fact. Most people are so selfish they can't rationalize or see not being selfish. I had an argument with dude from Georgia, talking about talking about polygamy. I said, first of all, get rid of that word. Where do you think the Mormons got it from when they were hiding away our information, who we are, for this fake government? Who do you think they truly are? The Quakers did nothing. I said that was our way of life, and it was called polygamy. It was just natural. We understood the importance of great numbers, the multitude that we were, because of what we're capable of. There are great lands and geostorms mixed, that all over the place on islands, and there's castles and places that these people always want to say are worship. That's not what they were. That were basalt stones that look like what you think is a tree, that were stacked amongst rocks that are heavier than the ones in Egypt, in water. Now, I've already expressed to you that there was a great war, and water level is 400 feet higher than what it was. I know it's hard to accept that. It's not my problem. As I was saying, when everybody was pointing to one lake, and I was telling people there's over 27 to 30 lakes, man-made, where people go fishing, that have our towns, our cities, our deceased in them by this fake-ass government. And there's no Native American one, because all our cities are older than them, their existence. Let me go ahead and read it, because I only get angry. Like I said, I stay angry. Not angry, but people around me are like, "Oh, James, don't be angry." That's what they tell you. I'm 24/7. I'm laughing, smiling. I'm loving solid with pure heart, but I'm angry. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna read William Cooper. We're gonna pick back up with the Brickz Amendment. People saying they have a hard time finding. I went and pulled it right up. The Brickz Amendment, which would have changed this, was not passed. It wasn't passed. What do you think? In obscurity, what do you think they did it? You've got to use key words based upon the congressional pages, records, and depending on what changed, what was not passed. Why was it not passed? Remember yesterday we were reading, right? As far as the amendments, what was it about? In 1953, what was it about? See, remember the things I'm discussing when you go look up information, beloveds. The authority of these statements is found in a volume entitled Constitution of the United States of America, annotated, issued in 1953, prepared under the direction of the Judiciary Committee of the Senate of the United States and under the chairmanship of Professor Edward S. Corwin of Princeton, aided by the legal staff of the Library of Congress, aided by them. This is the conclusion on page 47 of the annotations. What is it based upon? The treaty power cannot purport to amend the Constitution by adding to the list of Congress enumerated powers. So what is it? Are we under the Constitution of this government or under the UN? Based on what? 1958. What is there missing? So if you're going to look at what could have stopped it, it would have been the Brickz Amendment. There you go. I said, let me do that before I get into reading any further. I said, I'm not going to just tell one person, I'm going to tell all, because maybe some of you really look for it. Maybe some of you found it and you didn't share it with anybody else. Okay. Don't worry. It's all right here. I have a little knowledge of this stuff. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into a letter to the editor. Oh, my apologies. I know some of you have the book if you want to follow along. In case I missed something, you go, hey, Red. That's a not a It's a not a Make them say, No, okay, let me stop. Behold the Pale Horse by William Cooper. I'll show him. It's a great man. That's what I gotta say to that. Regardless of his religion and this, that, and the earth being round, I don't care. Okay, we got more things that are more practical or be worried about. Don't worry or stress, but that need to be addressed. Excuse me. That is very calming. Trust me, y'all. Borger, Texas News Herald. Sunday, November 11th, 1962. Again, Borger, Texas News Herald. Okay? Sunday, November 11th. Funny with this November 11th, right? And September 11th and December 11th. Anyway, 1962. Dear Mr. Newby, replying to your letter, October 12th, also challenged for November 1961, quoting Patrick Henry on treaties. In the first place, Patrick Henry was and is no authority on either treaties or the Constitution. Let me read that again. Now that'd be going back over here, juxtaposed to reading was steeped in the Library of Congress and this, that, and other. As far as those who would make notes, dealing with Attorney General Mitchell and all those individuals, the Bricker Amendment, which would have changed this, was not passed. Now here's a letter to the editor, Borger, Texas News Herald, Sunday, November 11, 1962. Dear Mr. Newby, Newby. Replying to your letter, October 12th, all right, also challenged for November 1961, quoting Patrick Henry on treaties. I want to see if I can go to it real quick. Where is it at? I can't go to it quick enough. We're not going to drag you through. Anyway, I'll go to it later. In the first place, Patrick Henry was and is no authority on either treaties or the Constitution. I need to find it. Where is it at? I think it. Not Justice Holmes. I don't want to see nothing about him. That piece of worthless scum. Excuse my language, guys. Where is it at? I'm gonna have to come back to it, highlight it, because I didn't mark it. I knew I'd have to come back to it. That's on me. I think it's on a following page when it talks about Milwaukee, right? And Honorable Lawrence H. Smith, I think, if I remember right. Anyway, we'll address it later. All right, my apologies. Let's carry on. Because I know some people get all into the law and want to know and this, that, and they got to do this. No. Opposed it. Again, the Constitution, and he opposed it. So the individual, he's supposed to be important. Remember, we were talking early on in the last few chapters of this book, and how the CIA has people who do misinformation, disinformation. They even go as far as to put them on TV and this, that, and other, paid, whether actually CIA or just somebody in your neighborhood. Okay? Opposed it. If it is too late to do anything about reinstating our Constitution, then why not just accept the traitorous UN Charter Treaty? Again, so we have clarity. If it is too late to do anything about reinstating our Constitution, then why not just accept the traitorous United Nations Charter Treaty without more ado? That's a question. Okay, let's see where it goes. Why didn't American revolutionists think it too late or too difficult to defend their liberty? And if the highly intelligent framers of the Constitution were well aware of the death trap incorporated in Article 6, why then did they so frame it? Did they not expect patriot rather than treasonous as our elected officials to honor and enforce the spirit, letter, and intent on the Constitution? First of all, we wrote the Constitution. It belongs to us, not to no African American, not to no blacks, not to no puppet natives. Sorry, my native brothers and sisters, but no. Not to those who are of Spanish descent, of Moorish, Sephardic, Arab descent on the soil, nor to the pale skins who are more or less to the Zionists their playthings. I note you say that according to a law dictionary, the terms legal and lawful are almost one and the same. Agreed. I would agree. Right? Almost, though. But not quite. Just like a judge and a magistrate, almost the same, Not at all. I believe there is a fine point of difference. Talking us into the United Nations may seem to have been done legally by the President and the Senate, but the act is still unlawful because it is unconstitutional. It was therefore not by the people, of the people, for the people. And the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. And when I say of the people, by the people, for the people, I'm talking about the original Republicans, the people who wrote it, not the fake white lie history established by the brick and brack of the Rothschilds, the Harolds, the Vanderbilts, the whole plethora of those goofies, all right? That's the rewriting of history, mismanagement, mishandling. And they're making the people think they're great when they are the true minority. Anyway, unconstitutional. And the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. Supreme. Partially. Supreme. Indebted. Supreme. Removable. Supreme. Of the land. All renowned and genuine constitutional experts such as ToLU'S M. Cooley and thus Jah, nor genuine constitutional experts such as ToLU'S M. Cooley, ToLU'S Jah Norton, and Harry Atwood, to name several, have always held that anything which contravenes, diminishes, or perverts the Constitution is null and void and of no effect. You ain't in charge of shit. The police out here are not federal. They cannot, and I know someone watching, they cannot pull you over. And the deputy marshal or sheriff, which is federal, better know the Constitution and better be behind it. Otherwise, they're tyrannical and they are not there with the depthness of the Constitution, and therefore are seen to be enemies, not to the state, but to the people. For the people make the state. The state don't make the people. A little law shit, learning how to argue on the podium. I wish somebody would challenge me. Neither the president or Senate has authority or power to change, diminish, or destroy the Constitution. Again, neither the president or Senate, nor Senate or Senate, one and the same, that's the only time, has authority that a word is actually the same that sounds different, nor or, alluding to not, or in the same uncapable or incapable or not. So neither the president nor the Senate has authority or power to change, diminish, or destroy the Constitution by usurpation, treaty, or otherwise. Only a constitutional amendment can lawfully change it. There's no amendment that can change the Constitution. That's why they're trying right now. That fake ass governor over there in California, that worthless piece of excrement in New York, the one that became the House Speaker, and two others. But they can't do it because they don't have the legal standing or grounds, because they are against the Constitution. Therefore, they are against the land. So even their position in so-called Congress or government is moot, void. The Constitution is a contract that we, the people of America, I hate that word, USA, made with one another, which sets up the machinery of government to carry out this contract. If you break the contract, we don't need the warehouse. Doesn't matter about the FBI creating the January 6th illusion and the CIA and the Mossad and MI6 and all the most fucktards. Just like the Navy that has all those branches of special forces, the Mossad has about, I forget how many, 6 or 7. Yeah, working on our fucking soil. Excuse my language, but it is what it is. Mainly for the purpose of protecting individual rights as well as state rights against the powers of government. Like when they were saying the NFA was created, illegal. Take our guns, they didn't. We still fucked everybody up with guns. And those individuals knew they were of this land. That's why I say you're still in a war, and because of ignorance reigning superior, you're frivolous in it. Anyway, mainly for the purpose of protecting individual rights as well as state rights against the powers of government, and no public official has a right to override the provisions of the contract. None. To quote Thomas Jas Norton's Constitution of the United States, its application, etc. A law of Congress to be one of the supreme laws must be made in pursuance thereof and not in conflict with the Constitution. When not made in pursuance thereof, it is of course unconstitutional and of no effect. Let me read that again. Pursuance thereof, it is of course unconstitutional and of no effect. So we look at right now with this pistol brace crap and all that. It don't apply to me. They can suck a dick. NFA, ATF, guns and all that other shit, the dirty shit they're doing. Supreme Court, even they're moot because they're not even ours. They're playing a game. They want you sucked in. And there are players on YouTube who you think are for the Second Amendment community. Those are agents. Not all. But there's enough of them that are practical. Just pay attention when you're watching all those videos, and y'all, you know how y'all guys, we share stuff, especially in our SMS chats. Pay attention. Fearmongers. Anyway, when not made in pursuant thereof, it is of course unconstitutional and of no effect. And the same would similarly apply to a wonderful decision rendered by the Supreme Court or an unlawful treaty. Wonderful decision rendered by the Supreme Court or an unlawful treaty. Yes, and the same would similarly apply to a wonderful decision rendered by the Supreme Court or an unlawful treaty. And from Norton's undermining the Constitution, which quotes Alexander Hamilton in number 33 of the Federalist Papers, I keep my family's Federalist Papers, it will not, I presume, have escaped observation that it expressly confines the supremacy to laws made pursuant to the Constitution, emphasizes Mr. Hamilton, mind you. And from page 21, the general government can claim no powers which are not granted to it by the Constitution. Hold up, wait a minute. Why do you think these fake ass so-called presidents by a corporation based upon the Vatican, a fake crown in England, and bullshit Washington, D.C., which is a country within a country, make that make sense. That's like Hawaii and Puerto Rico. They don't own that shit. Anyway, again, it will not, I presume, have escaped observation that it expressly confines the supremacy to laws made pursuant to the Constitution, emphasized by Hamilton, remember? And from page 21, the general government can claim no powers. The general government can claim no powers which are not granted to it by the Constitution. And the powers actually granted must be such as are expressly given or given by necessary implication. You can make all the terrorists fake, destroy buildings, still not good enough. You should be arming the motherfucking citizens with every goddamn weapon and training them. Dumb fucks. Anyway, anyone with the presumed intelligence to be president of the USA must know that he cannot lawfully make any such far-reaching treaty. Obama's punk ass, Clinton, all of them perversions, pedophiles, with the United Nations. They can't do it. It's illegal. Or any other foreign power, as you envision by your language, without laying himself open to the charge of treason under Article fucking 3, Section 3 of the Constitution. Just ordinary common sense is required to know that our alleged treaty with the United Nations and acceptance of the all-inclusive terms of its charter by our president, beginning with Franklin D. Roosevelt, or FDR, who connived with Stalin at Yalta for the setting up of the UN in the USA, and our Senate, is a violation of their sacred oath of office as per Article 3, Section 2 of the Constitution. We're going to stop it there. Now, I don't want to hear somebody talking about they couldn't find this. I love y'all. I got hit by one baby girl and about several other people. Pay attention. I love y'all. Pay attention. This shit is important. And as a nation together, somebody said to me, "You got a house in Florida. Why'd you leave it?" I said, "You really want me to reply to that dumbass question?" I said, "Why the fuck not?" And I was going to sit there explaining about what could happen or possibly happen, this, that, and the other, and the fact that at the time I was ignorant when I had it built, and I didn't want nobody to know. I was like, "Fuck it. I don't give a damn about that. There's things that are more important." But that's not for everybody. Everybody can't do that. It was easy to walk away, especially after what I went through, and I didn't want to be down there no more because of the perversions and the lies that seemed more comfortable. People love lies and live in them. I don't. If I loved you and we had problems, right? And then all of a sudden, I realized that I was the only one that truly loved you, but it was a conviction based upon who I was as a person that was solid. And I realized that it really was no love there. Your thing is more material. No, I mean, it wasn't love for me. Obviously not, damn sure for good. One of the sex, that pissed most people off. When the women, oh, nigga, we got to get that. No, because I cut that first. Then stop cooking and shit. When I realized that it was all a lie, I walked the fuck away. And when I see that it's a game and you were the one that was more problematic in that world of fake religious marriage and all that shit, I turn you off. Click, you're gone. It's not my loss. That's what I've come to realize. Anyway, I'm going to sit back for about an hour and a half. I'm not even going to worry about, they said they're going to send me a notification whether that thing is there. I'm going to put on some other jazz, and lay back my own read, and I'm just going to get ready for this next read because I really want to get this alien world order and the reptilians and everything. I want to get that laid out, and then I want to get into those 3 books, The Delectable Negro, White Cargo, and The Negro Project, and then we'd go, because I really wanted to read all day. So they're not coming today, so that dude got a big ass truck. Anyway, they're not coming today because I am thoroughly sore and beat up. Because like whenever I tell somebody to kick and I put my stomach out, I tell them to kick my stomach, I want them to kick through me. And you ought to see the parents. God, he's kicking you hard. It's all right. And they don't get it. Most people are very weak here. It's the weak in the gut. They don't have testicular or ovarian fortitude. Yes, my sisters, I'm gonna say ovarian fortitude, like we have testicular fortitude. But and then with them hitting my pads and everything, I had to break out the pads. And I put my hands up, and they would hit my hands, and I was hurting their hands, punching my hands. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna keep you guys coming here 3 days a week, get your strength up. And I said, you gotta pay attention. Oh, and I made like 6 Italian hot spicy onion. I gotta clean the skillet out. Sausage sandwich subs and 6 meatball parmesans, the most favorite ones that sold out like that. I told them I don't know what this meat is today. Ain't no telling, but because y'all asked, and those sandwiches were free. I didn't charge them for them. I didn't check the donations. I appreciate your donations. Maybe we'll get the books coming up maybe the following week. I don't know. Appreciate the number, love, and respect. We keep looking outside of ourselves. You gotta look inside yourselves, people. All right. So who else came in? Hey, Rosemary Sen. Hi, how are you? Appreciate that. Huh? What's going on, sis? It's new. What's up, baby? Oh, today? Okay, then I'll run out to the Constitution is known as living document. Y'all just pop back up. I don't know why they take it off. It's like I'm looking at me. I'm like, I don't want to see me. Anyway, the Constitution is known as a living document because it can be amended all the way in over 200 years. There have been 27 amendments into 3 parts. It can be amended, but it's by the people. Let me read it again, baby. By the people. Based upon what our demography, not the government. They can't amend shit. Supreme Court finalizes the decision made by the people. That's why I say they don't teach that in school. We used to have, it's just an ordinary bill sitting. I'm just a bill, an ordinary bill sitting here on Capitol Hill. That was for collusion to the wars. Precepts upon precepts, right? To knowledge thyself. They changed the vernacular to make people believe in something that never existed so they can push forward, and you can get these fake ass so-called presidents signing his shit and vetoing shit that has nothing to do with the people, going against the people, but everything based upon that decision. That's an oligarch. That is not what the Constitution or the government is for. So everything these motherfuckers is doing is a lie. Baby girl. Chinese police station you told us about on the news. I told y'all, I told everybody about that right before the fake demic. I was saying, y'all ever notice some Chinese motherfucker? I got criminals saying they got some motherfucking Chinese police here trying to, make people look this way and that way. People don't speak English. Ever since they went to Hong Kong, because this fake ass government, they allowed that shit to happen in Hong Kong. Because these motherfuckers are working together. How are they gonna have places out there working with AIDS and COVID in California and Idaho and all these different places and Virginia? Come on. Now they got foreign fighters, commandos in the back door that the CIA and certain ODA motherfuckers who are foreigners joined the army, worked beside every guy that went to war and knew they were going to go against the land and the UN soldiers to get them prepped and learning all our devices and tools and weapons here. Because you motherfuckers don't have grenade launchers. You can't fly drones over a couple hundred to blow you up. Learn how to drive the M1 tanks and everything else while you motherfuckers sit there in your houses thinking you're solid. Holding on to what fake little world you exist in. She didn't listen to me 2 years ago. I don't expect you to listen to me now. It's going to be too late when the motherfuckers start blowing your asses up anyway. So keep it moving. It's all right, babies. Herbal, what's up, beloved? Yo, JD, what's going on, beloved? In River in Hillsborough, North Carolina. I appreciate y'all coming in. That's my girl. She goes, shit. I've only found one group of oh, that was South Korea. Yeah, the motherfucker. Like I said, they wearing level 4 tactical armor and shit. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden said, "We the people is we the government. They got us fucked up." Goddamn right. But they ain't been doing it by the people. That's right, baby. That's right. That's right, baby. They ain't been doing it by the people for the people. They haven't been listening to not a goddamn thing that people say. Why? Because most people aren't aware. They've been taught how to motherfucking fuck up their gender. Dude, you need to be a girl. And I like, because see, all them on politics, they like, climbing up on the back of a dude or the women, putting straps and all that perverted stuff. As if there's no mental illness. But yet, 25, 30 years ago, they were saying Ritalin's playing a part. And they were giving all the children damn near Ritalin. And amongst other psychotropics. And it's all in the water. And then they was only telling y'all about PFAS. It's only one, forever. When there's several to 9. So they bring this little goofy monkey out, this agent. Well, we can destroy the PFAS. And he's talking about 1 to 2. There's 9. This stuff has been done purposely. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to sign off. And we'll be back a couple hours to read. Alien World Order, Reptilian Plan to Divide and Conquer the Human Race. Now, I know some of you might have thought this before. The ones that didn't, I'm going to give you a little tea. Let's say that the illusion of the lizards is to paint another picture to give you a whole nother demography. To look at, to not focus on yourself. I need you to always look at yourself. Fuck what's out there. Remember I was saying with a might of 400 feet tall, I don't give a fuck what's out there. That doesn't matter to me. I don't give it energy. I'm reading it, but I need you to process what's possibly relevant. Is something there meaningful? It doesn't make devoid what I saw overseas when me and my half Italian friend, what's the saying, whatever, it's from Chicago. When I do eyes closed like that, that's real. Now, what was it? Who is he? We're not the only ones existing on this big plane of Earth, all right? That's what you need to know, but don't dwell upon. Otherwise, you'll be watching goofy shit like Doctor Who and going back to the Slee Slacks in 1999 and Battlestar Galactica and every damn thing else. Baby steps. Okay? I'm going to relax here, my beloved sisters, beautiful women, my brothers. 2 on 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. We're going to enjoy that. It's going to be a good read as usual. And I appreciate you all.